Contents, page 13, Article 80, Composition of the Council of States, pages 58, Article 81, Composition of the House of the People, pages 59, Article 82, Readjustment after each census, pages 60, Article 83, Duration of Houses of Parliament, pages 60, Article 84, Qualification for Membership of Parliament, pages 60, Article 85, Sessions of Parliament, Prorogation and Dissolution, pages 61, Article 86, Right of President to address and send messages to houses, pages 61, Article 87, Special Address by the President, pages 61, Article 88, Rights of Ministers and Attorney General as respects houses, pages 62, Officers of Parliament, Article 89, the Chairman and Deputy Chairman of the Council of Ministers of States, pages 62, Articles 90, vacation and resignation of and removal from the office of Deputy Chairman, pages 62, Articles 91, power of the Deputy Chairman or other person to perform the duties of the office of or to act as chairman, pages 62, Articles 92, the chairman or the deputy chairman not to preside while a resolution for his removal from office is under consideration, pages 63, Articles 93, the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker of the House of the People, pages 63, Articles 94, vacation and resignation of and removal from the offices of Speaker and Deputy Speaker, pages 63, Articles 95, the power of the Deputy Speaker or other person to perform the duties of the office of or to act as Speaker, pages 64, Articles 96, the Speaker or the Deputy Speaker not to preside while a resolution for his removal from office is under consideration, pages 64, Articles 97, salaries and allowances of the chairman and deputy chairman and the speaker and deputy speaker, pages 64, Articles 98, Secretariat of Parliament, pages 64, Conduct of Business, Articles 99, Oath or Affirmation by Members, pages 65, Articles 100, voting in houses of power of houses to act notwithstanding vacancies and quorum, pages 65, disqualifications of members, Articles 101, vacation of seats, pages 65, Articles 102, disqualifications for membership, pages 66, Articles 103, page 14, Constitution of India, Articles 103, decision on questions as to disqualifications of members, pages 67, Articles 104, penalty for sitting and voting before making oath or affirmation under Article 99 or when not qualified or when disqualified, pages 67, powers, privileges and immunities of Parliament and its members, Articles 105, powers, privileges, etc. of the House of Parliament and of the members and committees thereof, pages 67, Articles 106, salaries and allowances of members, pages 68, legislative procedure, Articles 107, provisions as to introduction and passing of bills, pages 68, Articles 108, a joint sitting of both houses in certain cases, pages 68, Articles 109, special procedure in respect of money bills, pages 69, Articles 110, definition of money bills, pages 70, Articles 111, assent to bills, pages 70, Procedure in financial matters. Articles 112 Annual Financial Statement, pages 71. Articles 113 Procedure in Parliament with respect to estimates, pages 72. Articles 114 Appropriation Bills, pages 72. Articles 115 Supplementary, additional or excess grants, pages 72. Articles 114 Appropriation Bills, pages 72. Articles 115 Supplementary, additional or excess grants, pages 72. Articles 116 Votes on account, votes of credit and exceptional grants, pages 73. Articles 117 Special provisions as to financial bills, pages 74. Procedure generally. Articles 118 Rules of Procedure, pages 74. Articles 119 Regulation by law of procedure in Parliament in relation to financial business, pages 74. Articles 120 Language to be used in Parliament, pages 75. Articles 121 Restriction on discussion in Parliament, pages 75. Articles 122 Courts not to inquire into proceedings of Parliament, pages 75. Chapter 3 Legislative powers of the President, Articles 123 Power of President to promulgate ordinances during recess of Parliament, pages 75. Chapter 4 The Union Judiciary, Articles 1 to 4 Establishment and Constitution of Supreme Court, pages 76. Articles 124A National Judicial Appointments Commission, pages 77. Articles 1 to 4b Functions of Commission, pages 78. Articles 1 to 4c Power of Parliament to make law, pages 78. Contents. Articles 125 page 15. Articles 1 to 5 Salaries etc. of Judges, pages 78, Articles 126, Appointment of Acting Chief Justice, pages 78, Articles 127, Appointment of ad hoc judges, pages 78, Articles 128, Attendance of retired judges at sittings of the Supreme Court, pages 78, Articles 128, Attendance of retired judges at sittings of the Supreme Court, pages 79, Articles 1 to 9, Supreme Court to be a court of record, pages 79, Articles 130, Seat of Supreme Court, pages 79, Articles 131, Original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court, pages 79, Articles 131A, repealed, Articles 132, Appellate jurisdiction of Supreme Court in appeals from High Courts in certain cases, pages 80, Articles 133, Appellate jurisdiction of Supreme Court in appeals from High Courts in regard to civil matters, pages 80, Articles 134, Appellate jurisdiction of Supreme Court in regard to criminal matters, pages 81, তো যতদূর পড়েছিলাম Articles 134 Appellate jurisdiction of Supreme Court in regard to criminal matters. Articles 134 A Certificate for appeal to the Supreme Court, pages 81. Articles 135 Jurisdiction and powers of the Federal Court under existing law to be exercisable by the Supreme Court, pages 81. Articles 136 Special leave to appeal by the Supreme Court, pages 81. Articles 137 Review of judgments or orders by the Supreme Court, pages 82. Articles 138 Enlargement of the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court, pages 82. Articles 139 Conferment on the Supreme Court of powers to issue certain writs, pages 82. Articles 139 A Transfer of certain cases, pages 82. Articles 140 Ancillary powers of Supreme Court, pages 82. Articles 141 A law declared by Supreme Court to be binding on all courts, pages 83. Articles 142 Articles 142 Enforcement of decrees and orders of Supreme Court and orders as to discovery, etc. Articles 143 Power of President to consult Supreme Court, pages 83. Articles 144 civil and judicial authorities to act in aid of the Supreme Court. Pages 83. Articles 144A repealed. Articles 145 rules of court, etc. Articles 146 officers and servants and tempences. Expenses of the Supreme Court. Pages 85. Articles 147 interpretation. Pages 85. Chapter 5 Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Articles 148 Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Pages 85. Articles 149 Duties and powers of the Comptroller and Auditor General. Pages 86. Constitution of India, page 16, Articles 150 Form of accounts of the Union and of the states. Pages 86. Articles 151 Audit reports. Pages 87. Part 6 The States. Chapter 1 General. Articles 152 Definition. Pages 87. Chapter 2 The Executive. The Governor. Articles 153 Governors of States. Pages 87. Articles 154 Executive power of state. Pages 87. Articles 155 Appointment of Governor. Pages 88. Articles 156 Term of Office of Governor. Pages 88. Articles 157 Qualifications for appointment as Governor. Pages 88. Articles 158 Conditions of Governor's Office. Pages 88. Articles 159 Oath or affirmation by the Governor. Pages 88. Articles 160 Discharge of the functions of the Governor in certain contingencies. Pages 89. Articles 161 A power of Governor to grant pardons, etc. and to suspend, remit, or commute sentences in certain cases. Pages 89, Articles 162, Extent of executive power of state. Pages 89, Council of Ministers. Articles 163, Council of Ministers to aid and advise Governor. Pages 89, Articles 164, Other professions as to ministers. Pages 89, the Advocate General for the state. Articles 165, Advocate General for the state. Pages 90, Conduct of government business. Articles 166, Conduct of business of the government of a state. Pages 91, Articles 167, Duties of Chief Minister as respects the furnishing of information to Governor, etc. Pages 91, Chapter 3, the State Legislature General. Articles 168, Constitution of Legislatures in States. Articles 169, Abolition or creation of legislative councils in states. Pages 92, Articles 170, Composition of the legislative assemblies. Pages 92, Articles 171, Composition of the legislative councils. Pages 93, Articles 172, Duration of state legislatures. Pages 94,